This is no typical Saturday afternoon. It's one which thousands of high school kids have been waiting for a whole year. Robotics teams from high schools all over the world have come to show what their machines can do. But under the pressure of competition, things don't always go as planned.
It's very sad in the pits right now. We're just kind of, the mini-bot hasn't worked yet in a competition, and we're just not really working on it anymore. We've kind of given up. It's a little bit late to, totally turn things around.
Team Overclocked is diligently building their robot. They've got 10 days until they debut their bot in this year's first robotics competition. These kids all hail from BU Academy, a high school attached to Boston University.
I believe first is unambiguous evidence that if you create an environment in which the right stuff is celebrated, you get the right stuff.
There is no other opportunity high school students generally get to work on a project that has its culmination in a competition, that has its culmination in solving a particular engineering problem.
The team has had 6 weeks to build a 120-pound remote-controlled robot. In this year's game, the robot must pick up inflated plastic tubes and place them on pegs of different heights. Plus, the main robot will deploy a mini-bot that races up a 10-foot-tall metal pole. The teams get points for each completed task.
I'm amazed at their motivation in this whole process. It is a student-run team. The mentors kind of hang around and twiddle our thumbs until our hands are needed or there's an emergency.
Everyone's there because they love robotics, they love engineering, they love physics. They love trying to figure out how things work.
While the event is about engineering, FIRST is also about camaraderie and outreach. Team Overclocked doesn't just build robots. They engage in outreach activities all year long. Their efforts could make them contenders for the competition's highest honor, the Chairman's Award. The 53 teams in league at the Boston Regionals are all vying for the Chairman's Award and a shot at Nationals in St. Louis.
It's really exciting when you're in the competition. There's loud music, you're working with other people, and this robot that we've been working on for 6 weeks is finally going to come together and be used. It should be awesome.
Game day. The robot is back from inspections and has passed qualifying rounds. Things seem to be going well.
So we're turning things on, getting things ready. We're doing a few last-minute adjustments, but we never actually enable the robot. And then, a few minutes before we have to go queue, we enable the robot and the compressor just doesn't turn on.
Luckily, the first thing they tried worked. The robot takes the field. The challenge seems simple, but it's tricky for a machine. The team's robot is struggling.
The moment before you say drop it, you're deciding whether to release the tube or not is terrifying. So that deciding moment is that's the most stressful moment of driving. And dropping the tube is, months of work coming down to whether the tube is going to hang. And when it doesn't hang, it's not a happy moment.
Mid-match, one of the wheels failed. Repairs were made, but the mini-bot keeps letting them down. The team has tried their best, but the day is winding down and they're losing hope.
We're, 35th or so in the rankings right now, so I don't think we have very good chances.
All year, the team embodied the spirit of FIRST by working with charity organizations and by helping fledgling robotics teams get started. But today, they don't feel like winners.
We did a lot of outreach this season, but engineering inspiration, Chairman's Award, they're possible, but it's kind of a long shot.
The competition ends. Team Overclocked isn't looking forward to the award ceremony.
And you're going through and you're thinking in your head like, oh, is this me? For every award, this is something you do. And so, they're reading through the safety award and you realize, oh, you're not getting the safety award. And then they read through a bunch of others and, okay, we're not getting that, we're not getting that one. And then they get to the Chairman's Award and they're reading the poem. And you're like, well, we kind of did that. Yeah, we sort of did that. And then, oh, no, that doesn't really sound like us. They can't be taught. No, it's not us. And then all of a sudden they say overclocked. And it's crazy. You can't control. It's just you jump out of your seat automatically.
They accepted a much more subtle and important challenge. While they were competing like crazy, they would treat each other graciously and help each other.
Despite the robot's disappointing performance, Team Overclocked showed a lot of heart, and that's what led them to glory. Next stop, St. Louis.
TikTok! Overclocked!